morning, friend. Today I am going to explain about what is insurance. Insurance is nothing but insurance is a protection against financial losses arising on happening of unexpected event. Now I am going to explain about the basic term of insurance. First, insurer. Second, insured. Third, proposal. Fourth, premium. Fifth, subject matter. Sixth, policy. Seventh, claim. First is insurer. The company who provide risk cover is called insurer. Insured. Insured is the policyholder to whom compensation is paid in the event of loss. Next, proposal. Proposal means form. It is written request to proposer to insurer company. Insured to insurer to issue insurance policy. When we request by filling form, it is called proposal. Premium. Premium is a periodical payment or installment paid by insured to insurer. Next is subject matter. Subject matter means the thing which is get insured. Insurance is a contract between two parties. For example, insurer and insured, under which one party, that is insurer, agree to pay compensation to another party, that is insured, against the payment of premium if actual loss occurred to property or life.
Principle of utmost good faith. Insured. The person or business that get compensated if the loss occur is known as the insured. Insurer. The company that agrees to pay the compensation is known as the insurer. Premium. The money that is paid by the insured to the insurer is called premium. The principle of utmost good faith is the most basic and primary level principle of insurance, and it applies to all kind insurance policy. It simply means the person who is getting injured must willingly disclose to the insurer all his complete and true information regarding the subject matter of insurance. The insurance liability exists on the assumption that no material fact is hidden or presented by the person getting injured. If you think about term plan or health insurance, you need to correctly mention things like if you are a smoker or drinker, your family illness history, the industry you work for, your age, your income, your current illness which you are already aware of. Example of utmost good faith. If you apply for house insurance but fail to tell the insurance company that your house is located beside a river that has a history of flooding, if you fail to tell the truth when the claim is made, no compensation will be paid. Next will be explained by Anjali More.
The second principle is an insurable interest. So what is an insurable interest? This principle says that the person who is taking insurance should have some insurable interest in that thing which is getting insured. So if there will be financial loss to the person if the insured object gets destroyed. If this is not the case, the insurance cannot be taken. In the case of a life or marine insurance, the insured must be the owner both at the time of entering into an insurance contract and at the time of an accident. From example, if a Sachin sir has keep a necklace in the cupboard of a college and he is willing to take an insurance of the cupboard, it is impossible because the cupboard is a college property, but he can take the insurance of a necklace. Thank you.
Now, coming to the third point, that is principle of indemnity. Indemnity means an assurance to put the insured in the same position as he was before happening of the uncertain event. The insurer undertakes to make good the actual loss incurred by the insured. In case of fire, marine, and general insurance, amount of compensation is limited to the amount assured or actual loss incurred, whichever is less. Principle of indemnity does not apply to life insurance as the value of human beings cannot be assessed in monetary terms. In life insurance, the entire sum assured is paid by the insurer. For example, if goods worth rupees 3 lakh are destroyed and insured value is rupees 4 lakh, then the company shall pay the insured only rupees 3 lakh. It will not pay rupees 4 lakh. No person can make profit out of insurance contract. However, if the insured value is rupees 2 lakh, it shall pay rupees 2 lakh only, not rupees 3 lakh.
Contribution in principle of insurance. A principle of contribution is the fundamental principle. The principle of indemnity is conclusive to the principle of contribution. Under this principle, the insured has the liability to claim only one the actual damages from any one insurer on all the other insurers. For example, Mr. A insurer has a property worth rupees 1 lakh with two insurers, LG Limited from 19,000 and MetLife Limited from 60,000. Mr. A's actual property damages is worth 60,000. Then Mr. A can claim the full loss of 60,000 either from ALG Limited or MetLife Limited, or he can claim 36,000 from ALG Limited and 24,000 from Met.
Principle of subrogation. In simple word, when the insurance pay full compensation for any insured losses, the insurance hold the legal right of the insurance property and to claim any further gain from the said property for the any recovery and or settlement. For example, X get his plant and machinery insure with the insurance for rupees 1,50,000. After some time, plant is destroyed due to the fire. X claim the losses from insurer. Now the insurer get the right over the destroyed plant. Next slide will be explained by
Principle of loss minimization. Under this principle, insured must always try their level best to minimize the loss of his insured property. In case of sudden events like a fire, cylinder blast, short circuit, etc., the insured must take all necessary steps to control and reduce the losses and to save what is left. For example, assume Ram took insure policy of his house in an cylinder blast. His house burned. He should have called nearest fire station so that the loss could be minimized. If they don't do it, it is the violation of this principle. Next, explained by Anjali Kodte.
Principle of cause proxima. Cause proxima means nearest cause. This is a very important principle of insurance which an insured person should be aware about. As per this principle of cause proxima, when a loss is caused by more than one causes, then the nearest cause should be taken into consideration to decide the liability of the insurer. The nearest cause should be insured by the insurer. Only then the insurer liability comes into picture and policyholder will be paid. Example, a cargo ship base was punctured by rats, and because of that puncture, seawater entered the ship. If you look at the event, there are two reasons for damage of ship. First, rats punctured the base of ship. Second, seawater entered the ship. As the insurance company will have to pay because the ship was insured against seawater entering the ship, and that reason was closest. Thank you. Next will be
Conclusion. Understanding this principle are a good way to understand how insurance works and how claim process works. Just because you have taken an insurance policy does not mean that it's written in stone that you claim will be paid. You claim will be paid only when insurer liability arises in a given condition. Thank you.